Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Look at that. My hand. I got a green outline around my hand because I'm faster than you. Just like that Dwight Yoakam song, "Fast as You."
Oh, okay. I'll believe you.
Hey, do you recognize that background?
I would say that's Tombstone.
That is Tombstone, Arizona. My second favorite place in the world.
Yeah?
My first place is anywhere I am when I'm with you.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Such a sweetie.
Yes, the geographical location, it's my favorite place in the whole world. Mm-hmm. What you see in the background, now you can tell that's kind of a vintage background because you see the cowboy with the hat and the
Stetson
horse.
sign.
The Stetson, yes. Well, Stetson sign there is a little modern. That is the Stetson shop there on Allen Street.
Ah.
Lots of good places to go and see. Right there, you can have an old-time photograph. We need to do that next time we're there.
Do we?
Yeah, you sound real confident about do we? Okay.
I mean, we take enough selfies. I think we're pretty good for right now.
We haven't had any selfies in a while. Oh. It's been a while. Maybe we'll just dress up in our normal cowboy and cowgirl apparel and do it in black and white. Maybe we'll have this what's that word for filter. That filter? The sepia. Sepia. Yes. Mm-hmm. Whatever. So. I got a whole I got a whole listed and I can't find it now. There it is.
You can't find it?
No, I got some trivia there for you, but some things we can talk about too.
Yeah? Uh-huh.
Yeah. So let's see, there's different places we can talk. We talked about this in the show. We made a pretty great pork tenderloin yesterday.
Yes, we did. Uh-huh.
That was we cooked it in a crock pot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 5 hours on high.
Yeah, because you forgot to start it at like 10 a.m.
I was supposed to start it at like 10 a.m. or 11, and I walked over to it during a break from work, and I was like, that doesn't feel very warm. There's no condensation on the glass lid. What's going on here? And then I said, oh, there's a start button. I forgot about the start button.
Go figure.
Yeah, got to remember that. So we are getting ready to move too, Sarah.
Yes, we are.
Move over there to the northwest side of Phoenix, Arizona, a little subdivision over there, and somewhere around between Morristown and Wickenburg. Wickenburg is cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
It's not as cool as Tombstone, but it's almost as cool.
Almost as cool.
I'm gonna love living there. That's a cowboy town. That's an old mining town. It's a little bit more, I don't know, shall I say, modernized than Tombstone.
Yeah, considering it's got a few more fast food outlets.
It does. I think the difference between Wickenburg and Tombstone is that people in Wickenburg don't really dress up in period costume.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Unless it's me visiting.
And there's not a shootout at the OK Corral.
Yeah. I don't. I think they've got a local museum there and stuff, but not like Tombstone. They have the Birdcage Museum. Mm-hmm. And they have the mining museum,
True.
The Good Enough Mine, which is awesome. I got a tour of that one time. When working for the Leading Edge Radio Network, I had a press pass, and I was walking by there one day. I had my recording equipment with me because I was there to interview Doc Holliday, actor Stephen Keith.
Okay.
And the guy at the Good Enough Mine said, "Hey, are you with the press?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." He says, "Well, I'd like to do an interview with you, and we'll give you a good deal on a mine tour, a really good deal."
Okay.
That's all I can say about that. It was a really good deal.
Wow. Okay.
And so my brother Paul was with me, and we did that. And you probably know this because you're educated.
I'm educated?
You're educated in silverology. Is that the right word?
No.
Metallurgy?
How about that? Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go with that one.
She has a master's degree in I don't know what it's in, but it's in that stuff.
It's an MFA in metalworking.
Okay. That's impressive. That really impresses me.
Thank you.
So anyway, I did not know this about silver, but when it's in the mine, it does not look like silver. It looks like black soot on a rock.
Well, that would make sense, actually.
Yeah? Say how?
Because it's oxidized if it's exposed to oxygen.
Oh, I did not know that. I just thought it was ugly stuff. I didn't know what.
Well, it's not polished.
Okay. Yeah, they said they went through a processing of it.
Yeah, so, you got to take out all the impurities.
Yes.
Then when you get the finished product, you've got to polish it, or else it goes black, like your jewelry.
Yeah. Nobody wants to wear black jewelry except for those people that buy those little black rubber wedding rings.
Well,
They have a name for those. I don't know what they are. What the name is.
Sometimes, it's a good thing to have oxidation because sometimes
Yeah.
it adds contrast to a piece of silver jewelry.
Another great place to visit that I like is probably my third favorite place in the world.
What?
Lincoln, New Mexico.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, where Billy the Kid had his famous escape from the Lincoln County jail. You can still see the bullet hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Went right through it. Yep, right to it.
Yeah.
Great place to visit. They've got great tours over there.
If you like Western history, yeah.
If you like Western history. Great. If you like taking pictures, if you're a photographer, it's a great place. And for you couples out there that like to take selfies, great place for that too. They've got the old adobe ruins that you can get a picture of and use it as a backdrop or whatever. That's what we ought to do. We ought to run over there and get a backdrop of an adobe wall and put it behind us one show. That'd be fun.
That would almost make me feel like I'm in jail.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't want you to feel like that. Not yet.
Claustrophobia.
That was a joke. Yeah.
So, but, hey.
Well, there's another interesting place just down the road from us here, about an hour and a half, 2 hours away.
Verdoso or Las Cruces?
And I was going for neither one. Roswell.
Roswell?
Yes.
Oh.
Roswell is famous for the UFOs.
UFOs.
That we walked through the UFO museum over there one time.
Yeah. Not
as a friend of mine would say, it's good if you like it.
Yeah.
I go into a museum, I want to see artifacts. I don't want to see, I guess a newspaper is an artifact, but printed copies of things on the wall, maps on the wall. I want to see artifacts. But as you can well imagine, any artifacts related to the Roswell UFO incident, they're probably locked up, and
they're
kept
hidden
from the
with
public.
the Ark of the Covenant.
Yes.
from the Indiana Jones movie.
Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones has them under lock and key.
Yes.
From Men in Black. Yeah. Hey, we were talking about trivia on the last show. We had a couple for you.
Yeah.
I've got another piece of trivia for you here, Sarah.
Okay,
and
me with it.
I think you'll know the answer to this.
Okay.
There are two types of this item. There's probably more than two types, but these two types are called globe and Jerusalem. You have any idea what is globe and Jerusalem?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. I'll give you a clue. You might have one with your steak. You might have one on your pizza. Yes. I'll tell you a related joke.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
One time there was this...
Artichoke.
There you go. Never mind. There goes the joke. There's an old joke I heard when I was a kid. Hence why it's a stupid joke, but I'll tell it to you anyway.
Okay.
Young man named Artie got arrested, and he was a serial strangler.
Oh.
Yes.
Ouch.
And somebody paid him. He was also a hitman. Somebody paid him $12 to choke 3 of their enemies. So the newspaper read Artie chokes 3 for $1.
Oh my God.
3 for a dozen or something. I'm bad at telling jokes. I need to practice them first.
Yes, I think you do need to practice them. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Sarah and I today after we get done with all of this processing and editing and smiling at each other, which we won't get done with that at all today, or tomorrow, or the next day.
Sometimes our face hurts after the end of the day because we've smiled so much at the end throughout the day.
Okay.
I don't know.
My face hurts all the time.
I'm a smiler.
I got that kind of a face. I've got a face for radio, they tell me, but yet here I am. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna pack up and you know what I talked about?
What did you
on
talk
the
about?
Facebook page? I posted our promo picture of that picture. Where was that picture taken at?
Ihop.
I was thinking it was Denny's.
No.
It was IHOP. IHOP was our very first date.
Together, officially.
Yeah, non-virtual date.
Non-virtual date, yes.
So she picked me up from the airport. What time was it? Close to midnight or a little after?
Yeah, uh-huh.
From the airport, we met. There's a little bit more to that story, but we went out to IHOP.
Got a limo drive back
Yes.
to my car, and then dropped your baggage off.
Our friend Phil.
No, it wasn't actually Phil.
Phil wasn't the first time. That's right, but we became acquainted with Phil, who owned the company later, and we got to know and love Phil.
Thanks to the Krabby Cabbie.
The Krabby Cabbie outside of Chicago, is that where he's based?
Yeah.
If you're ever in that area and you need a taxi driver or a limo driver or whatever, call the Krabby Cabbie.
Yeah.
And they're not so crabby.
Yeah, they're actually quite nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very friendly folks. We had a good time with.
Yeah, we did.
They had one driver. What was his name?
Well, Neil was the first one to pick
Neil.
us up.
She's good at remembering this.
And then
Phil.
And then Buxton.
Buxton, yes. He was a very unique gentleman.
I forget what country he was from.
He was, I don't remember what country he was, but he had a very unique accent and very comical.
Yes.
He would say things. Sarah would say we were coming up to an intersection, and we would say, "Well, you need to turn right here," and he'd turn around and look and say, "Sarah, if you don't mind, I'm going to stop at the stop sign first." So he was very funny, funny and comical. We really enjoyed it. And then we rode. I think Phil was our last driver.
Was he?
Yeah, I think so.
I remember Buxton was the one that picked us up on the day that you and Seth had.
And we actually invited Phil to the wedding.
Yeah, we did. Mm-hmm.
And, of course, he couldn't come. He had other... Oh, bless you. He had other...
Sorry about that.
Commitments.
Yes.
But that's okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that was our first date at Denny's, and we snapped that selfie of ourselves that I used as our promo picture today.
Right, which was why I looked so pathetic in it. There's nothing you can look.
That was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there was a few people in there.
Well, it's a university town, honey.
Oh.
That's why.
Oh, that explains it.
And COVID hadn't hit, of course.
Yes, that's right.
So, you were actually allowed to sit anywhere you wanted to.
Yeah, that's true. Here's another question for you, Sarah.
Okay.
The very first bells came from what country and about when, approximately? Bells.
Okay, I'm going to say...
Yep.
China.
Yeah, you're right. From about 2000 BC. That's correct.
Okay, sweet. I actually win the prize. Do I get the gold star?
You get the gold star.
All right,
You know what? I forgot to pull this up over here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
I'm hoping we're live on the Facebook page. I think we are. So we'll find out here in a minute. Maybe not. There we are. We're live right there. Let's see if we
there we go.
Lisa's laughing.
Of course.
Mike Derler, been to Tombstone on our motorcycle. Yeah. Mia and my friend Mitchell went there. When it was right before we got married, about a year before we got married. Mm-hmm. And that was a long ride. We went over there on the motorcycles. We camped out over around Lordsburg. Uh-huh. Then went over there, drove up through the mountains. That was the scariest motorcycle ride coming out of Tombstone, going northeast through the mountains and up to Pie Town.
Okay.
Which we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
And then coming back down, and we did about, I think it was about 800 miles in maybe 2 days, something like that.
Wasn't that the trip where Mitchell almost got bit by a snake?
He did. There was a coming down from Pie Town. Can't remember the name of the highway. It goes there through Truth or Consequences. We were going to get off the road and visit a little ghost town. Telluride, I think, was the name of the ghost town. Okay. I'm not sure if that's correct. We ended up not going because we were low on fuel.
Oh, wow.
And we didn't have enough gas to get there and back. So it was a long day and everything. But we pulled off to go to that town. Uh-huh. And we stopped at a little stop sign. And Mitchell didn't see it, but there was a small to medium-sized rattlesnake right by his foot.
Ouch.
When we stopped. And that thing struck, and Mitchell didn't see it, pulled his foot up right at the last second to put it back on the peg. To go forward. I saw it. I was behind him. I wished I'd had it on video. But that's also another reason why I decided not to head out further that way. But that was a long ride. Fun ride.
Yeah.
Great fun ride. Our intentions were to camp out every stop that we made. But we're not as rough as we thought we were. We decided to get some hotels and stuff. We were actually going to camp out the second night in my friend Stephen Keith's backyard, who was the actor that played Doc Holliday.
Ah, gotcha.
He plays Doc Holliday, or used to, exactly like Val Kilmer did in the movie Tombstone. And I remember back when I was a police officer, the first time I visited Tombstone, I was standing across the street and I see this guy. I could tell he was Doc Holliday because he had this almost identical costume on, had the shoulder holster in the side and everything, and had the pencil-thin mustache. And
did he have a pin on saying, "I'll be your Huckleberry"?
No, he didn't.
Oh, bummer.
But I thought, I'm gonna walk over there and talk to Doc Holliday.
Well, there you go.
Because I don't know a stranger. not yet. Anyway, I walked over there, and of course I was a police officer at the time. I said, Doc, you and I have something a little bit in common. He said, what's that? And I said, well, you and I kind of stand on separate sides of the badge.
Ah.
And I'll never forget how he said it, just like Val Kilmer. Dear lawman, do not tell me you are a lawman. I can't do it just like that.
Do not tell me
you are a lawman. Yes. And I was impressed. And we kind of hit it off, and talking to him every now and then ever since. And I called him up one day, and I said, me and my friend Mitchell are coming through, and can you think of any place we could camp? He said, yep, sure can. Right on my front yard.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, but we didn't do that. That would have been a good... I camped out at Doc Holliday's yard, in his front yard.
Go,
but
yeah.
I didn't. We got there, and we had already slept one night in our tents, and we decided that was enough. When you're riding on a motorcycle for some time,
mm-hmm.
Your back can hurt you a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then when you take one night and sleep on the hard ground, even if you're in a tent,
mm-hmm.
it can still hurt a little bit. So...
Yeah.
That's the thing about riding motorcycles. You don't have a lot of room to pack a lot of things.
That is a bummer. Yeah, which is
so,
why it's not my favorite mode of transportation.
I like long-distance motorcycle trips. I think they're a blast if they're done right.
Which is why you like Tim Collins, who does 40
times around. Yes. Check out his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try to have him back on our Biscuits and Gravy show eventually.
Yeah.
But here's a guy that travels... full-time on a motorcycle for a living. He does it for a living. He's got sponsors.
Yeah, for sure.
His YouTube channel is monetized. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes, but hey, we've got our own mugs. He doesn't have his own mugs.
We got to show these off. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if he does or not. This is our Cowboy and Cherry mug.
Yes.
So
we're going to start selling them on our
website eventually.
Just
for those that want them. We're not going to push them. There's
mm-hmm.
an Apex Radio Net logo on the back. So,
mm-hmm.
or not the logo, but the just a little thing. Look, 2 Cowboys, 2 Cherries.
Yes, go figure.
Because one's not enough of us.
Yes.
So, and Sarah puts coffee in hers. This is what I put in mine.
Yes, he's got to have his
Coca-Cola
cherry.
Right. So.
Anyway.
Let's see. I got another great trivia question for you.
You got a trivia question for me?
Who said, I've never had an accident worth talking about?
I have no clue.
Yeah?
No.
This is actually the trivia question I was going to give you in the last show, but I accidentally referenced it before I actually gave it to you.
Barbie? I don't know.
No. It was Captain Smith of the Titanic.
Oh,
yes.
Well, I wouldn't have remembered the captain's name.
He said that before they struck the iceberg. So.
Where is the place in Pennsylvania you get the most savings out of?
Where?
Coupon, Pennsylvania.
Coupon, Pennsylvania. I don't think I've been all over the East Coast.
Yeah.
And I've been in every state east of the Mississippi at least 4 times.
Wow.
And I've been to a lot of places. I've been to almost every county jail.
Yeah.
And every state prison.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the municipal police departments, if they had a jail. Back when I was hauling prisoners, when I was an extradition agent.
Yeah.
Interesting job.
Yeah.
You got to travel all over the country and not see hardly anything except out through the windshield.
Right.
Because when you're hauling prisoners, you don't get out and sightsee.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
That looks like a good restaurant. Let's stop over there and try. No. You eat Burger King day in and day out with the prisoners.
Burger King or McDonald's. Was that the other option?
Yeah, but most of the time we did Burger King. I don't know why, but we did. I am so sick of Burger King.
Not that we...
I still eat them every now and then.
I could still talk you into it every now and then.
You can every now and then, but Burger King... So where do you want to go? Burger King is going to be my last choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could probably hold the world record of number of Whoppers that I've eaten. I could probably hold the world record for the number of Whoppers I've fed to people who were incarcerated.
Probably.
Something like that. Interesting job. We did stop one time, me and my partner. We were in Old Appomattox.
Okay.
Where the surrender was signed of the Civil War.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's an interesting place. They do have people that walk around and they are in, what do you call, period costume, but there's a name for them. They're a living museum, I guess. When they talk to you, they are in character and they talk to you just like it's 1864.
Okay.
So this was in 2001, I think it was.
I'll believe you.
So we're there, and what we did was, you're supposed to drop your prisoners off at the Loki County Jail, go to the hotel, and sleep as much as you can because you're going to have a 34-hour day probably the next day, 34 to 48. But we were in Appomattox, and I have always wanted to go there. So so did my partner. So we were like, let's go. We'll go through there, walk through it real quick, then go to the hotel and get a few hours sleep and move on.
Something tells me you didn't get through it quick.
Well, we balanced it out pretty good, so it wasn't too bad. But I'll never forget, they had a young gentleman right there sitting on the front porch of the old Appomattox courthouse.
Right.
And he said, "Are you new in town?" I said, "Well, we're just visiting." And he said, "Well, are you staying any place?" And I said, "Yeah, we're down at the Holiday Inn, and we're staying there one night." And he said, "Well, I don't know about that, but you can get a room over at Miss Betty's for 2 bits right over there." And
let me guess, you didn't have 2 bits on.
I didn't have a bit to my name. But I'll never forget that. I thought, well, that's kind of interesting, kind of corny at the same time, and a little bit embarrassing, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like audience participation things.
Yeah.
So,
interesting.
Look who's in the chat room, Sarah.
Oh, hey, Diana.
Yeah. She still has a rubber chicken. I forgot a rubber chicken's name. What was it? Do you remember?
Oh, it was because it was turned around when she got it.
Yes, that's right. The Poultrygeist.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist,
yes.
Poltergeist, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know.
So how that came about is me and my friend Jim Nelson and Sarah for the Biscuits and Gravy show, occasionally we give out rubber chickens.
Rubber chickens.
Yes. Seth came into me one time. He had access to my Amazon account. He was looking for computer parts. He came in. He said, "Dad, I've been looking over your Amazon account." I said, "Yeah?" "Just how many rubber chickens have you bought?" I said, "I don't know, but I know it's over a dozen." He looked at me and said, "This concerns me."
You know it's bad when your son comes to you and asks you about your rubber chicken problem.
It was an intervention.
Intervention.
A rubber chicken intervention. Yes.
Okay, this is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sarah we had a little here's a story, not really a story, but a question brought up by our radio prep people.
Yeah.
More than ever before, we're ordering groceries for pickup and delivery.
Right.
This person says, "My friend accidentally ordered 4 pounds of shredded cheddar cheese from grocery pickup when she meant to order 4 cups worth."
Oh, ouch.
Have we ever done anything like that? Jeannie Robinson's got a great video about her sending her husband to the grocery store.
That's a phenomenal stand-up video. Yes.
But we had a little grocery mishap last night. We were going to H&R Block to have our taxes done.
Yeah.
And we knew that we were going to be making this great, fantastic pork tenderloin for tacos, pork tacos. But we were out of sour cream. And in this house, you don't go without sour cream. It's unheard of.
But in actuality, we did have sour cream.
Just a little bit, though, which is the same thing as not having any in my book. So I was going to stop by the grocery store, and we were going to stop. Sarah went in.
Yeah.
She said, "I'll run in. I'll get us some sodas and sour cream." And so she goes in, and about a few minutes later, I get a call from her. "Do we have any corn dogs?"
Yeah.
"How many corn dogs do we have left?" Seth eats them.
You know, you got to watch out and make sure that the teenager has enough corn dogs.
So she came out, and she'd bought a couple of cartons of soda and shredded cheese for the pork. And what else did you have there?
Tater tots.
Tater
tots.
tots.
I'm guilty.
So we get in the car, and we're driving down the road. We pull out of the parking lot, and I said, "You did get the sour cream, right?" Oops.
Well, everybody forgets something on their list.
Sure, she forgot the sour cream.
That's okay. I got bananas.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We try to be funny about bananas. We're in the grocery store sometimes, and we'll walk by the banana aisle, and I'll go, "Do we have bananas at home?" And she'll say, "Yes." And I said, "Yes, we have bananas," or "Yes, we have no bananas."
Very Belafonte, what can we say? Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we ended up stopping at the other grocery store here in town, Tularosa, and we got some sour cream. Came home and had that delicious meal. We'll probably have some leftovers later on.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to see. I think that's about it, Sarah. That about covers everything. So
yeah. So
there was something else. We're going to put this video on YouTube. It might, by the time you're watching it, it might already be on YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, but feel free to subscribe.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the button is, I'm going to point, nope, other way, right there.
The other way.
I think it's down in that corner, right there.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. So,
Yes.
this is the cool thing too, just to give you a heads up. Then we're gonna speak Mexican to you. You'll get that in a minute. We are going to start developing our YouTube channel, and we're going to be putting videos inside these videos that we're going to make, and then we'll be down in like the corner commentating. Is that right? Commentating?
I don't
Here
know.
I go with radio knees again. Making comments.
Making comments
about where we've been, what we've eaten, what we're doing. You might catch me on a zip line. Probably not her. You might catch us in a cave.
I'll still do roller coasters.
Yeah, well, you might catch her on a roller coaster. But anyway, we're going to do that. That'll be fun. Do some other fun stuff and places we visit. We'll develop these channels a little bit more. We might even do something right here in Tularosa this next
One
week.
never knows.
We got a great old historic street here in Tularosa. It's about 2 blocks long.
Yeah.
At the end of it, facing down the street, is the old high school.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name, but the lady that played Timmy's mother in the original Lassie series went to high school there. She's buried just down the road.
That's a terrible way to say that.
What? She's buried? Well,
I
I would
know,
hope she's buried. She's been dead for decades.
Oh, good grief.
We're not having a video of that if she's not. I'll tell you that. So.
And yes, there is no well in the school lot. So.
There's no well?
Yeah. Well, Timmy always fell down the well.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah. Well, Timmy didn't live in Tularosa either. So.
Yeah. So. Okay.
Neither did Lassie.
So yeah.
Although we got 2 dogs across the street. They are the furthest thing from Lassie.
Yeah. They will chase you like mad.
They're trying to convince us that they're mean.
Yeah.
Angry and malicious dogs. And
they're just herding dogs.
they're more like comedian dogs.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway.
Hey, Pie Town.
Yeah. So.
We were talking about Pie Town earlier.
Yeah. The Cowboy and Cherry short show.
Brought to you by where is it?
The people of Pie Town.
Because it's Pie Day tomorrow.
Yes.
Are we gonna-
314.
Yeah.
3.14159.
I guess I'm going to have to run to Walmart and get one of those sweet potato pies that are 50 cents. I can eat sweet potatoes because they're good. Well, I won't say they're good, but they're better for diabetics than other pies.
Maybe, yeah.
What kind of pie would be good for a diabetic?
Sugar free?
A cauliflower pie. I wonder if that's... Well, I'll have to Google that. See if there's a cauliflower pie. I don't think I'd want that.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
No. Anyway.
Is there anything I'm forgetting, Sarah?
No, I don't think so. I think we're good, honey.
All right. This portion of the show's also been brought to you by the Willie Nelson Gardening Society. They just want to say hi. We'll see you next time right here on the Cowboy and Cherry Short Show. God bless you all. Check out our website, cowboycherry.com.